welcome back to another video. So I'm in a little bit of a different location than what I usually shoot in. Not really nature, and it's not really London. But as you can see behind me, this is a big old chalk quarry. I randomly found this location maybe a week ago, and for some reason it just sparked an absolutely insane inspiration explosion. I don't know how else to describe it. I randomly came up with a project idea that I really now want to do. Just a little end goal of making a little zine or a tiny little photo book or something. This is sort of like the start of that project. If this shoot goes well and the photos end up looking good, this could be the start of it, and I'll go from there. And if it doesn't look good, oh well. But I had the thought of using a different camera than what I usually do. I have borrowed this big guy from work, the Mamiya RZ67, obviously a 6x7 camera. I kind of want to do this entire project in 6x7. Don't know why, just really like that aspect ratio. Today I'm going to do a little bit of exploring because there are some cool broken down or absolutely annihilated banger racer cars down there actually in the quarry. I think this is going to be a fun little day. We'll see how it goes. Also, never use this camera outside of a studio, so this could either go really well or incredibly badly. So we shall see. But anyway, let's go. So when I was actually doing research on this place, one thing I didn't realise actually was quite how steep it was to get down. So there's one of the cars there, but that is just like a sheer drop. So I'm having to sort of travel around more than I thought I would to get down there. Personally, I thought it was just like a shallow quarry, so I'm gonna try and find a safe way down. This is gonna be interesting. So I thought I'd just show you kind of what we're dealing with. This is an old chalk quarry in Dunstable, I think it is. It's pretty cool. I quite like the contrast between the white and the green for this first look of these shots I'm trying to go with. We'll see how these first shots come out. I'm still trying to make my way down. It's quite a long way and it's quite windy. So I'll get back to it when we get back down there. Currently having to go through the bushes to try and get around the little lake that's formed in the middle of this place. Because I think I took a slightly wrong path to get to where the cars are. So we shall see where this ends up, because I could have to go all the way back around again, which would really suck. What was that? This is how my day's going. I have managed to tread in a puddle. Oh, my foot is very wet right now. There's these little bogs dotted around everywhere. Great fun, but I have made it to roughly where the cars are. But annoyingly, it's all surrounded by these little lakes and rivers that have been formed over the years. So let's see how this goes. For this shot, I have got the Mamiya 50mm, roughly about 24-25mm 35 equivalent. In this back I've got loaded some Kodak Gold 200, which I'm going to start with. I've also got some FP4 loaded in another back. What I might do, if I can find some better scenes, is hot swap them, so keep the frame the same and just do a black and white version and a colour version. I'm going to just go try and find a way around quickly, if I can, and then I'll bring all the camera stuff with me next time I go around. I'd absolutely love to put the tripod down and show you what I'm shooting, but there is literally zero room because there's one of the cars and there is the other car. Now this car is the one I want to shoot. I have no idea how to get through this. So I'm going to try. I've got the 110mm on me, which could work a little bit better from down here. I'm going to try it with the 50, sort of frame up a few shots, see what I think, and then worst case I can get the 110 out. Yeah, I'm going to try and get some frame up some shots now and see what they're saying. I think F10. I might do F8 just to be safe. It's saying shoot at 400 F9. So I want to bump it a little bit so it's a bit brighter, so I can go F8 and just see what happens with that. So let's give it a go. It actually helps if I switch the camera on. That usually helps. Dark slide. This is the most common occurrence with me, is I forget to take this out every goddamn time. Right, third time's the charm. I think that looks alright. Now what I'm going to do is try out some FP4 in the same shot. So I'll be back in a sec. So FP4 is a 125 speed film. Generally, it's quite flexible. Frame, there you go. Re-expose, saying about F6, so. Done. This is the good thing about having a camera that you can swap out the backs, because if I was stuck with the Pentax 6.7 for example, I would be pretty stuck with the film I was using for 12 frames or 10 frames, 6x6 is 12. It is quite nice being able to just swap out the back when I'm not sure about whether I want to use black and white or color. Using the ability to swap out the backs and shoot black and white and color for the exact same frame without me moving the tripod is a big deal, because it means I can decide after I've shot all of them and hoping that they're all exposed properly, that might actually look good. So I might actually swap to the 110 quickly and see what that looks like. So again, this is the 110 f2.8, about 55mm equivalent. Okay, so this shot actually looks a lot nicer. So I actually like the 110 better. So I'm kind of glad I bought both. I'll quickly take a video and show you. So that's the frame I'm sort of going with. Sort of slightly hidden, abandoned things. That's a rough idea of what this project's going to end up being. So I'm just going to do another frame with FP4 and another frame with gold, and then we'll try and move around, maybe head back that way, the way we came. See if because I think there are some more abandoned cars. I'm also realizing I really hope my tetanus jab is up to date, because there's a lot of rusty metal nails here. I realised I forgot to hit record for that last one, but it is what it is. So I think I've got that frame quite nicely. I've got the 1 in 50mm black and white and colour, and 1 in 110 black and white colour. I do have this car here, but I'm not sure, I don't vibe with it. I like that one because it's like actually covered in like grass and plants and stuff. This one's kind of out in the open, and I think the angle which I've got from like sort of looking up at it worked quite nicely. But yeah, I'm going to shoot some photos with digital just to back some things up, and then we'll move on. So there is actually something quite nice about forward planning a project in a way. So in this instance, this forgotten project, as I've sort of a working title, I want to have some sort of physical product at the end, and I want that physical product to be like a small book or a zine or something along those lines, but I just want like a physical thing which has a running theme. And I think that's a good way to sort of set out your scopes for a project. Like if I was to go into this blind, let's say, and just say, oh, I'm gonna go shoot some photos of this sort of style, without an end point, I wouldn't really know when to stop or when that project has come to like a wrap. The idea of having like an end point sort of sets your sights like, right, once I've got enough photos, I can make a book or make a zine, and then I can put it on the shelf and say, I've completed that project, I've done it now. And then I can go make another project with the same sort of idea. I'm gonna keep going now because I wanna go explore over that way. I also didn't film much down there because I had to climb through some brambles, and I didn't think filming that would be very fun. I've absolutely annihilated my shins and my calves. So yeah, I'm gonna go explore over there, see if I can find any more abandoned cars. So it's been about an hour since I last updated my whereabouts. And annoyingly, it seems that a lot of the cars have been either taken away or just engulfed in like the thick shrubbery. Kind of annoying that there's only like 2 or 3 cars dotted around now. I can't find any anymore. So I think this little mission has been a bit of a bust. I only got like 2 or 3 photos of that one car, which isn't a bad thing. I do only want 1 or 2 photos of those cars, obviously, for this project. I'm actually going to try something tomorrow. So around where I live, it's an old munitions works, which means there's old munitions boxes dotted around. And since I've got the Mamiya, which I'm borrowing from work for the weekend, it's bank holiday as well, so I've got extra days, I might go for a nice long walk, try and find some of those, I think they're called pill-boxes. It's also really warm today, so it's probably not the best day to do this without a bottle of water, because I'm an idiot and forgot to bring water with me. I'm gonna head back to the car now, drive back to London, and start trying to find some locations for these old pill-boxes, or munitions boxes, munition caches. Annoying, but that's the life of photography, I guess. You win some and you lose some. I think this was like a semi-win. But anyway, if this is the end of the video, peace, lots of love. If not, see you in a sec.